Yes.
I need to mention one matter. This matter was mentioned before your lordship, prior to your lordship going to the circuit bench. And your lordship, considering the urgency, fixed the matter on 23rd of July at 10:30. But since your lordship is sitting,
Yes.
there is no fixed matter by this time, and it has been fixed by the division. Your lordship, kindly see the order passed by the honorable division bench. And your lordship, kindly fix any day at 10:30 next week, any day. There is some urgency in this matter since they are
You want
proceeding.
to prepone the matter?
Yes, my lord. I want to prepone the matter. Paragraph page 6, your lordship, kindly see.
Okay, this is the appeal.
This is the appeal. Appeal court directed. Your lordship, kindly.
Affidavit exchanged.
Affidavit has been exchanged. Paragraph 17 onwards.
I know that. So,
Just kindly prepone this
Learned
matter.
Advocate General has
But
to.
I will intimate the learned advocate. You will kindly fix the matter. I will intimate him.
No, it is better. Today is the other
You will
situation
kindly
is
fix the
there.
matter. I will intimate them. I will
You
intimate them.
inform them, come
As
tomorrow.
well.
Come
As well.
tomorrow.
As well.
Mentioning would be better
As
to,
well. I will.
after mentioning,
My lord.
okay,
My
you inform them and mention it.
My lord.
So that I can fix the
My
matter,
lord.
fix the matter.
My
Yes.
lord, my lord, may I have your lordship?
Yes. Just wait. Yes.
My lord, may I have your lordship sign this matter to move this matter on an urgent basis? I am seeking an interim order, my lord. It's a group 8 matter, my lord. I came in the morning to seek your lordship's leave because the notification earlier said that your lordship will sit from 10:30. I was told, my lord, that has been modified. Lordship will sit at 2 o'clock today, my lord. I have obtained a filing number, my lord. Your lordship kindly permit me to come back tomorrow anytime to your convenience, lordship. I am seeking an interim.
Have you filed it?
I have filed. I got a filing number, my lord. I have sent advance copy to the respondents, my lord. If your lordship kindly permit me to come back tomorrow anytime at your lordship.
Okay, tomorrow.
Okay.
Under the heading to be mentioned.
Whatever I have mentioned, my other side is here.
Okay.
Your lordship can- He's appearing for the original. That's state.
So you take instruction from Advocate General when the matter can be heard.
Fine.
Okay. Let the matter appear tomorrow. Tomorrow he will mention his matter. At the meantime, you take the instruction
Fine.
when the matter can be heard. As I am here for the next week,
My lord.
so the matter
There
can
is
be
a fixed
disposed.
matter coming week.
Yes. Now, always the fixed matter will come.
Your Lordship,
Okay.
may I be
Yes.
permitted to mention a matter? It's a restoration application, Your Lordship. It's related to
Restoration application in connection with Group 1.
Group 1 land matter, Your Lordship. It's a hearing matter regarding cancellation of lease agreement. Your Lordship, the restoration application was filed within time, Your Lordship.
Group 1 গুলো আমি কালকে নিই। ঠিক আছে? কালকে application নেই। Okay, under the heading application, next Thursday. Okay.
Your Lordship.
Your Lordship, may I be permitted to mention one matter for correction, Lordship? Okay, Lordship.
Group 1.
Lordship, this was the Pathan matter Lordship had disposed it of by order dated 24th June. It was a CRR matter of 28th,
Okay.
Lordship.
Tomorrow to be mentioned.
Lordship. Extremely.
Tomorrow to be mentioned.
I'm mentioning for a land acquisition matter, application for restoration.
Application for restoration. Group 1 matter. Within time,
Within time.
next Thursday.
Great.
Okay, let's call the list.
But I am for the respondent.
Yes.
Matter my lord was mentioned by my other side for fixation of a date. Your lordship just before going to the circuit, observe that any day after 14th.
This is the second appeal.
Second appeal, application in connection with the appeal was being heard by your lordship regarding occupational charges.
Yes.
Mr. Chaturvedi made his submissions, concluded, but they had to make their submissions. It was mentioned.
Now, what happened? For the petitioner, the argument has concluded. For the appellant respond opposite parties, argument has concluded. So
Now
it
they
is fixed
shall
for
give reply. They shall
their
give
reply.
Your lordship observed any day after 14th.
Yes.
So may it come after 14th because Mr. Chaturvedi will also be present during the hearing. Any day after 14th.
As I am here, so the whether the matter can be heard. Only reply is required.
Reply is required. They will possibly not make a elaborate reply because
Yes.
our submission also will continue for 2 days. If since your lordship not
Whether
observed,
it was fixed any date,
no, your lordship observed after 14, not recorded, but any day after 14, since the Milord circuit was supposed to. So not, if it is fixed,
since
any
I am not there,
kindly
so it
fix
should
on
be
14th.
appear. Huh?
Kindly fix on 14th, Milord. The date, time may be also fixed. Any day convenient to your lordship, or 14th or thereafter would have been, Milord.
No, it is the reply by the appellants.
Reply, Milord, by
Reply by the
applicant.
petitioners. Can
Petitioner,
applicant.
can
Can
applicant.
for occupational charge.
Occupational charge. Appeal is by us.
Let them come when they will ready to
When kindly not
next week,
next week,
not this week.
not this week. Fine.
Next.
But I am appealing for the petitioner.
My lord, Mr. Bandyopadhyay is appearing for the state, my lord. He's on his legs, my lord. Kindly fixes this matter on the next Tuesday, my lord.
What is this matter, Mr. Agarwal?
My lord, Mr. Deputy Madam Sahara has moved this petition. My lord, this is a hearing matter.
Hearing.
Yes, my lord.
Parted matter.
Parted
Yes,
hearing.
my lord.
So that's why I want to know what is the matter. Have you argued in this matter?
Yes, the argument on behalf of the petitioner is complete.
Okay,
The
you have
state has to
completed. And now it is
The
your turn.
state, yes, my lord.
State has to argue.
Yes, my lord.
Okay, argument with the okay. Matter have made part heard.
Will you kindly keeps the matter on next Tuesday, my lord?
Come on next week then.
My lord.
It's at same position.
Same position.
Yes.
My lord.
Next week. Not this week.
Grateful.
My lord will kindly record an order. So there is a-
Okay, wait, answer. Very well. Please take down. In this matter, petitioner has concluded their argument. Today is fixed for argument on behalf of the state. Full stop. And accommodation is sought for. According to the matter be adjourned today. List the matter in the next week
Tuesday,
in the same position.
Tuesday, no?
Tuesday, my lord?
Tuesday, 2 p.m.
Yes, my lord.
2 p.m. On
2
8
p.m. Okay. Let the matter appear in the list on 8th of July.
at 2 p.m.
8th of July at 2 p.m.
Deeply obliged.
Grateful, my lord.
Call next matter.
3 and 4 is the matter where in one matter I am for the petitioner and another is Basu was the petitioner. I have so far my petition is concerned. I have concluded my submission. So
Mr.
far,
Basu also
also
concluded.
I have to give reply to the Basu's petition only.
And my lord, I also replied, but keep it any other day, my lord. Because we are not carrying the brief.
Okay. This matter. Two matters are there.
Yes, my lord, the analogous matter. The bank employee,
Vishwanath Mukherjee and Buddhadev Mukherjee.
my lord, the retired bank
So
employee.
Vishwanath Mukherjee has argued and Vishwanath Mukherjee, that is the retired employee like that, he has argued on that point. So now today is for the reply of the petitioner.
That's why I'm
I
saying-
also, my lord.
Whether state has argued on that
No,
point.
no, no.
So
I also
today state
replied.
has to argue first. Thereafter petitioner.
But I today's I'm with accommodation lots
So
of
the
paid
brief
for
তো
that.
এখানেই থাকে। DP office.
My lord, today keep it on another day, my lord. I don't think anything because I have not briefed.
Monday? Monday when? 12:30.
As your my lord
At
for
any
me.
time.
Monday I have now list is open.
That's why I'm saying. That's why I mentioned.
List is open. Everybody can be opportunity.
তবে কালকে তো
Yes, very good. Please take down.
Judgment
Today is fixed for argument on behalf of the state. And accommodation is short for on behalf of Mr. Chatterjee, Mr. Amritulal Chatterjee. And accommodation is short for by Mr. Amritulal Chatterjee. Let the matter appear in the list on 7th of July 2025 at 12:30 as specially fixed matter for argument on behalf of the state against the argument in WPA 26887 of 2025. Yes.
সোমবার লাস্ট তারিখ কখন 12:30 and this matter will appear on 7th at
12:30. Monday 12:30. Next.
Maybe you lost my lord. In this matter, I am challenging the order that is at page 44. But in short, I tell your lordship, my lord.
No, who is for the state here? The report has been placed.
Mrs. Sonal Sinha, bro.
Report has been placed.
Report, my lord, exception has also been filed, my lord.
Exceptionally.
My lord.
Okay, let's start the matter.
My lord, that's why.
Yes.
My lord, kindly come to page 21, my lord. Extra.
Mr. Chatterjee, are you here? No. Munmun Ganguly and Miss Sonal Sinha.
Miss Sinha's daughter is suffering from fever. Papa is not calm in court, my lord, today. Miss Sinha.
So what can be done?
I can't say. So that I can also.
Let the matter happen Monday.
That I can also.
He has
She has not
calm, my lord.
Okay. Very good.
My lord,
Let the matter appear in the list. Let the matter appear in the list at 2 p.m.
on 7th, 2 p.m.
On 7th at 2 p.m. On 7th of.
As heard in part, my lord.
Not hard in part.
My lord, today, otherwise, my lord, this order will
7th
not,
July.
this order will not serve the purpose.
No issue. I am there.
Will appear for the petitioner, my lord.
This is the issue of point of maintenance has been raised in these all the matters.
Yes,
An interim order is there in the matter
interim
except one matter.
Lordship remembers everything. Yes.
These
That
three
is
matters are there. Except
That is-
one matter, all the matter there are interim orders.
Yes.
State is supposed to argue on the point of maintenance. Mr.
Correct.
Sengupta is there.
Yes.
Where is Mr. Sengupta? Today, perhaps in other disposition, I understand. So, what can be done today? Come on Monday,
Keep
10:30.
your lordship, my lord. I leave to-
Monday, 10:30. It will be better.
Yes.
Monday, 10:30.
Monday.
6, 7, 8.
Oh, lordship, I'll be in Jalpaiguri. Tuesday, lordship keeps.
Tuesday. Very good. Let's come. Argument on point of mentality raised by learned counsel appearing on behalf of the state. As already heard in part.
My last friend is appearing in item number 8.
No, 6, 7. Okay.
6, 7, 8. So, in item number 8.
I'm passing separate 3 orders. Okay.
So, in 6 and 7, your lordship
What is,
kindly note that none appears for the state.
State is not. No, Mr. Suman Sengupta, who started the argument, is not available today. let the matter appear in the list at 10:30, July 8, 2025. Same order, 8, 6, 7 and 8. Namta niye bana.
8 my last friend is appearing, my lord.
Yes.
Argue question. Should I not take the advantage, my lord?
What?
Item number 8 is appearing.
No, come together. Come together.
I shall.
All matters. Very good.
I just think.
Call the list.
Time, Your Lordship. Time for the petition and take the Mr. Bhattacharya.
Item number 9.
Last day, that
अच्छा 16 July of the अच्छे
Your Lordship has fixed the matter on 16 July for submission of the notes by the respective parties. Hearing has been concluded.
what a list
We have concluded the hearing.
okay
আজকে না সোমবার দিন দেবো Your Lordship will file our notes on by Monday.
no date has already been order has
16
been
July.
16 July yes
Your
come
Lordship
on
was
16
16
July
sitting and we have prepared the note.
no that cannot be come on 16
As Your Lordship. So the notes ready হয়েছে?
both 16 next
Your Lordship, my lord, pardon, my lord. I was looking those for 6 to 8, my lord. I am appearing in one of them. But I'll just
hand over the name item number 10
My lord.
you are in item number 10
10 কেসিএস তো কি নাম আছে আপনার ওটা পিটিশনের নামটা কি উত্তম মজুমদার কেসিএস হ্যাঁ এটাই আছে
this is all Bengal fair price shop
KCS rice mill is item number 9. Sir, আপনি ये দেখেছেন অনলাইন লিস্ট দেখেন
item number 10
10 is KCS, my lord.
No.
KCS is 11 স্যার আমি আপনাকে যেটা বলছি
KCS is 11
অনলাইন
Correct.
দেখেছেন হার্ড কপিতে 11
all Bengal fair price shop today is supposed to file written notice of argument
Not today. That has been fixed on Your Lordship right now passed an order 16.
okay
Item number 9.
Like this item number 9.
Actually,
very good the old list appears
hard copy is not tallying. That is the difficulty.
very good 25th of June already date is there ছেড়ে দেন next কিছু অর্ডার করতে হবে না থাক আচ্ছা অর্ডার
This will be appear. Your Lordship has 16 conclude the hearing. We have to file the notes.
I understand that is the order
16.
yes next
Yes, madam. I am for the state correspondence 11.
11
KCS rice mill. হ্যাঁ মিলছে না তো বলছি তো মিলছে না
আমরা তো ওটাই দেখে করছি বাট আই এম ফাইলিং মাই এভিডেন্স সার্ভিস ম্যাটার
স্যার অনেকক্ষণ বলবেন না রিপ্রেজেন্টেশন কনসিডার করতে
yes
তাহলে কনসিডার যদি হয় তাহলে
না আমি ইয়ে করতে না আপনি বলুন না দেখছি
ঠিক আছে
এখন
My lord,
অনেকক্ষণ-
I installed a rice mill and I made a prayer before the concerned authority for my empanelment. Then since they did not do it, despite having the consent for execution of the agreement, I came before this honorable court and your lordship passed an order, page 61, my lord. Has lordship got, my lord? Page 61.
yes
Your lordship, my lord, in the state order, your lordship was pleased to direct district controller food and supplies to take a reasoned decision. Now, my lord, will kindly come to next page, my lord. That is 11th April, page 65. My lord, this is order 17th April, hearing was given. It's the hearing notice, my lord. Then, my lord, on 17th April, we got a letter from the West Bengal Pollution Control Board that factory pond is substituted by Nala. Your Lordship, kindly come to page 67. My Lord, in consent to operate from the West Bengal Pollution Control Board, we were required to have a factory pond.
Have a factory pond.
Yeah.
Yes.
That has been substituted to Nala. And this document was submitted by us on 29 April 2025, that is at page 68. That's where it goes, my Lord. This document was
Yes.
submitted under cover of my letter dated 29 April at page 68.
No, this is the letter of senior environment engineer,
Yes,
Alipur Regional Office
My Lord.
to you.
yes. And we have submitted that factory pond is now not required. Only Nala will suffice the purpose.
Okay, serial number 6, annexed page 2,
My Lord.
place of discharge
Lord,
mentioned as
That is,
factory pond to be Nala.
yes, consent to operate is to obtain from the West Bengal Pollution Control Board, which is to be submitted with the district controller. That was submitted. Therein, factory pond was required to be in the, that has been replaced by Nala. Now, my Lord, what has happened? That this order has been passed purportedly on 23rd April 2024 at
Which
page
order?
69. Page 69.
The order impugned.
The order impugned.
Okay.
And that document has not been considered by the district controller. According to the district controller, this order was already passed on 23rd April, though it is an antedated order according to my submission, my lord. Because this has been communicated on 6th May by email. In any case, my lord, this order, according to the district controller, this letter was submitted afterwards, after the order was passed. And he rejected my prayer. The Lord will kindly find on the ground of, kindly count page 70, my lord. The reason are given in, my lord, in the ultimate paragraphs. Whereas after going through the documents and papers, as well as the submission made by the petitioner during personal hearing dated 17 April 2025, it appears that the character of the plots of land on which the petitioner has its rice mill, Vastu and Godown. The petitioner has applied to the BLLRO by such and such for conversion of the character land from Sali to Dhankol. However, the petitioner failed to provide any conversion certificate. My lord knows, my lord, that I can apply and I can submit the certificate within 3 months. Then, my lord, the certificate of second paragraph, my lord, the certificate of consent to operate issued from the end of senior environmental engineer, pollution control Alipur, data in favor of the petitioner case states in condition number 6 of annexure page 2 that the applicant shall discharge liquid effluent to factory pond. My lord, this document was not considered, and because there was no factory pond, my application has been rejected on the ground of not having factory pond. However, during inspection, the petitioner no such factory pond was found. Then, my lord, ground 3, the rice mill of the petitioner under consideration is a parboiled rice mill, so groundwater is required to be extracted and used as a raw material. In order to do so, one permission from State Water Investigation Directorate is required. When asked for, the petitioner failed to provide any such permission obtained for such extraction of groundwater for industrial use from the competent authority of State Water Investigation Directorate. Then, my lord, this has been rejected.
Now, what is the requirement?
Requirement
Rice
is
mill under constitution for boiled rice mill, so groundwater is
required to be extracted. Though, my lord, you find the in the earlier paragraph.
The clearance from the State Water Investigation Directorate is required. That
Yes,
is, my lord, senior friend, continue.
My lord,
I'm not.
no. My lord will kindly come to earlier paragraph where it has been accepted. There is a water treatment plant in the rice mill. The petitioner, when demanded, however, failed to provide any certificate of permission to run his claimed water treatment plant in his rice mill. So, my lord, this certificate was already submitted according to instruction of my client, my lord. Now, my lord, your lordship knows that he is the recommending authority. He cannot issue either. So he has refused to recommend. So against this, I have made a representation before the secretary, being the state who is the approving authority. My lord, this representation has been considered, not been considered till date. At this juncture, my lord, I am not opening my mouth wide. I shall request, I shall submit to your lordship to kindly pass an order upon the principal secretary to consider my representation within a particular time, because Kharif season is going to expire very soon. Therefore, in a very short time, if principal secretary considers my representation, my lord.
Yes, what is your submission?
My lord, kindly cease. My lord, my learned friend has taken your lordship to the reasoning provided by the district controller. Now, my lord, kindly cease. First, page 70, the ground one. I am not reading again. Your
Yes.
lordship has seen that. Now, my lord, the characterization of land at the time of hearing is not disputed. My lord, the point number 2, certificate of the consent to operate. That is, even, my lord, the existence of water treatment plant, to that effect, appropriate certificate could not be produced on the date of hearing, 23rd of April. That is not disputed. This certificate allegedly issued on 29th. And, my lord, this certificate from the State Water Investigation Directorate. In my humble understanding, on the face of the documents produced by the writ petitioner, the district controller has passed this particular order. My lord, none of this, my lord, the writ petitioner can say that no, this is a finding, my lord, contrary to the record. There is nothing contrary to the record. 23rd of April, there is no proper certificate. My lord, the certificate obtained on 29th. The clearance from State Water Investigation Directorate, that is not there. The classification of land, that is not there.
That is right.
My lord, this is the current position.
Now, my lord will kindly see in my representation, I have clarified all the 3 points. Kindly come to page 74. There also got, my lord.
Yes.
Page 74. I have stated all the 3 conditions above. Then, my lord, in this regard, it is stated that by annexure P10, the DCFS, upon considering the eligibility of the petitioner for empanelment, sought for consent from the petitioner to execute agreement and submit sufficient security in form of bank guarantee. So he was already satisfied, and that's why he took the consent for execution of agreement and sufficient security. That was given, and your lordship specific direction was to consider that later. That has not been considered. Then, my lord, in spite of such submission of consent, the DCFS has repeatedly asked for documents from time to time, however the same way submitted. So far as conversion of land is concerned, now my lord, I am coming to the point number 1. You will appreciate that a mill can be installed at the land characterized as Vastu. However, for the satisfaction of the authority, prayer for conversion has already been made, and conversion certificate may be produced as and when the same is received. And as such, the said reason is not sufficient or good for not recommending the petitioner's case. Now, second, so far as factory point is concerned, it is stated that the competent authority by a memo dated such and such amended factory point to Nala, and upon receipt of the said memo on 29th April 2025, the same was submitted with the DCFS on the same date, which has not been considered by the DCFS while passing the antedated order. I am saying antedated order because this order was made on 23rd, but mailed on 6th May. Actually, it was passed on 6th May in the antedated. Only to refuse to consider that letter. Now, my third paragraph. So far as extraction of water from ground is concerned, the same is not a condition for empanelment of a rice mill. Let my learned friends show that this is a condition for empanelment of a rice mill. I shall not ask for any order. And so far as the knowledge of no such condition has been imposed in any other rice mill. No eligibility criteria has been published by the state for empanelment of a rice mill. And in absence thereof, the concerned authority seeks documents of his choice, and that too in piecemeal. Anyway, my lord, I have made this representation before the principal secretary. He is the authority to approve whether this recommendation he will accept or not. Whether rejection or recommendation will be accepted by him or not, that should have been made from his end.
Now, what is the direction of this court on the earlier occasion?
My lord,
Actual direction.
consider the representation of the writ petitioner in accordance with law.
That
is
is
your
upon
lordship's
the
order.
district controller, page
Upon the
61.
To the district controller.
Yes,
Yes,
my lord. Page 61. Page 61, it starts, my lord. The operative part is page 63.
My lord, you can last paragraph. Under the above observation, the instant writ petitioner disposed of his direction to the district controller food and supply, South 24 Pranal being the respondent number 6, to take a reasoned decision in terms of the later dated. Your lordship can, in terms of the later dated 17 January 2025, as well as later dated 7th February 2025. Now, my lord, this later,
There are two letters.
yes,
Reference
now
of
that
two
is
letters.
17
Where are the
January.
letters?
Yes, that 17 January letter is page 41. As directed, this is to inform you that in connection to your application for empanelment in paddy procurement for KMS 2425, you are required to submit one consent that in case your rice meal is approved by the Department of Food and Supply, that is, my lord, the Principal Secretary will approve. For empanelment for paddy procurement for 24, you will submit sufficient security in form of bank guarantee, will immediately execute bank BA1 and BA2 agreements, and will start participating in the procurement as per direction of the side. So you are satisfied that if I submitted, then I will be impaneled. My case will be recommended subject to approval of the authority.
What about the other letter?
That is, my lord, at page 12. Yes,
Page 44.
Page 44.
Yes.
That was the subsequently they say that LLP firm is required to be registered under the Partnership Act. That was clarified by this. And that godown, Vastu godown, where we can construct the mill, that has been directed to be considered by your lordship. Both the letters have not been considered by the district
Yes, my
controller.
lord, everything has been considered. Your lordship has been kind enough to indicate that along with these letters, writ petition, along with connected documents and papers.
Yes.
So, my lord, the concerned officer is at liberty to take into consideration any other document. My lord, what I am submitting, the claim for the time being of the writ petitioner may be rejected by the concerned authority. Lordship kindly sees once the operative portion, whereas the undersigned considering page 71. The above mentioned observation is of the opinion that the petitioner shall not be allowed to engage as empaneled rice mill without the above mentioned certificates and permissions, and hence the petitioner could not be recommended. My lord, he can, subject to your lordship's approval, my lord, place, my lord, for further consideration, along with the documents as indicated by the concerned officer.
These documents are
My
not
lord, the letter dated 29th of April, which was not there admittedly at the time of consideration on 23rd. The prayer for conversion, that is there, if that is there, and the clearance from the State Water Investigation Directorate. With these three, he can apply. Your lordship may kindly indicate. The District Controller Food and Supply will again consider his application.
No, my lord, I have got sufficient.
But at this juncture, my lord, subject to your lordship's approval, my lord, in absence of this document, the concerned authority is not inclined to give permission to the writ petitioner to operate his right.
Okay,
My lord, two
Fine.
documents have already been on the record, and one document which they are asking for is not it does not fall within the eligibility criteria. My learned friends should place what is the eligibility criteria for empanelment of a rice mill. This is not the criteria. This criteria has been incorporated by the district controller only to frustrate my empanelment.
That is
That
a
I may say,
disputed-
you
well, a
cannot say you
disputed
can.
question of fact, because the
Let him
authority,
say-
concerned authority is at their discretion.
No, discretion cannot
You
be
are-
arbitrary. There
It is
should
not
be
arbitrary.
uniform.
okay. I understand.
And still, my lord, I believe that the higher authority will consider it, because these are not the eligibility criteria.
Very good.
Only one document, probably that is not the part of the repetition. Well, at 25th of January 2025, the district controller has indicated to the director of this KCS rice mill, well, at this absence of this document. Lordship may kindly see 2 and 3. This is, well, I am just now giving a copy of this document to my senior friend. Lordship kindly sees. This is within their knowledge since 25th of January 2025.
Prior to the date of hearing.
Right.
Prior to the date of hearing.
Yes,
Prior to passing of the order by your lordship.
prior to passing of the order by your lordship. 25th of January. Well, here and now I am just giving to my land senior. Regarding classification of land. Not that something district controller has said all on a sudden on the day of hearing.
Now they have replied on that point.
Minor.
You shown me the letter 25th of January 2025. In their letter dated 7th February 2025, they have replied this letter.
But the
That is the matter of
Arthur.
earlier matter. This matter was decided earlier.
this conversion is page
I have written,
44.
I have already
Yes.
replied. The classification it is there recorded as
Yes.
Baskin. I have already replied.
But my lord, this is there. My lord, what I am just trying to impress upon that dispute regarding classification of land that is there since 25th
Yes.
of January. They have replied.
I understand.
My lord.
That has been considered. But that has consideration is arbitrary.
Okay, please take down. This is the second round of litigation between the petitioner and the authority concerned. In the first round of litigation, the petitioner, who is running a rice mill, and applied for empanelment under the authority for District South 24 Parganas for procurement, for paddy procurement for KMS 2024-25. But his prayer was not considered. He approached this court with a writ petition being number WPA 6894 of 2025. This court, by passing an order dated April 3, 2025, has disposed of the writ petition and directed the authority concerned as follows. page 63. Page 63 mark portion. এখান থেকে এই এতটা এখান থেকে in pursuance to the direction of this court, one hearing notice was served upon the petitioner, and the district controller couldn't supply South 24 Parganas has passed a region order. By such region order, the district controller found that the petitioner could not be recommended for engagement as empaneled rice mill in paddy procurement operation under district South 24 Parganas for KMS capital 2024-25. Being agreed by that order, by the region order, the instant writ petition has been preferred. Mr. Agarwal, learned senior counsel, appearing on behalf of the petitioner, submits that the reason as reflected in the impugned region order is not tenable in the eye of law. Mr. Agarwal submits that in the matter of conversion of land of rice mill is pending with the government authority. The petitioner has already applied for conversion, but the such certificate was not issued by the competent authority, which was taken note of to frustrate the prayer of the petitioner. He further submits that the requirement of factory pond in the rice mill premises is not necessary. Now, vide an order of senior environment engineer dated memo of senior environment engineer dated 17th of April 2025, wherein the factory pond, requirement of factory pond in the mill premises has been amended as Nala, NULLAH. Nalata within inverted comma মধ্যে রাখা, full stop. The petitioner has placed the document, but the district controller has not considered the same, but passed the antedated order. He further submits that the factory, the rice mill premises itself contain a water treatment plant, contain a water treatment plant, but the concerned district controller demanded certificate of permission to run such treatment plant from the authority. Full stop. Such certificate was never claimed by the authority for running rice mill. Now the district controller, only to frustrate the claim of the petitioner, has required a document one after another in a piecemeal manner. full stop. He also further submits that the district controller also observed that to run a rice mill, some groundwater is required to be abstracted, which can be used as a raw material of the rice mill. But the district controller want State Water Investigation Directorate permission to abstract such water, which was never asked on the earlier occasion. Full stop. Mr. Agarwal submits that the district controller has not acted according to the direction of this court in WPA 6897 of 2025. But at the time of hearing, he purposefully denied the petitioner to empanel only some fictitious reasons. He further submits that, being agreed by the said order, the petitioner has approached to the Principal Secretary, Food and Supply Department, through its representation dated 7th of May 2025. Such representation was not considered by the Principal Secretary. So at this juncture, the Principal Secretary may be directed to consider the representation of the petitioner, specified in Annexure P18 of the instant writ petition. P18 of the instant writ petition. Full stop. Learned counsel appearing on behalf of the state raised strong objection and submits that in terms of the direction of this court, the district controller has passed the impugned reason order. Full stop. Learned counsel for the state submits that the requirement of conversion certificate was always there from the district controller, which the petitioner could not provide at the time of hearing. He further submit that admittedly the order of the memo of senior empanelment engineer in respect of amendment of factory pond to Nala was passed after the impugned order. So it was not within the knowledge of the district controller regarding such amendment. Thus, he has correctly not considered the same. Learned counsel for the state further submits that the water treatment plan within the premises of rice mill required the certificate of the concerned authority, of the competent authority. Moreover, to abstract groundwater for industrial purpose requires the permission of State Water Investigation Directorate, which actually could not provided by the petitioner at the time of hearing. Thus, the impugned order actually justified and the instant writ petition has no merit to entertain. He further submits that it is always option to the petitioner to approach the district controller with the documents as required. If he able to produce such documents, the district controller may consider his application. Full stop. Having heard the learned
Lord will kindly record that these are not the eligibility criteria, prescribed eligibility criteria.
Okay.
In reply, my lord,
In reply, Mr. Agarwal submits that the document as required by the district controller from the petitioner is not the required eligibility criteria of a rice mill to be empaneled under the government. Full stop. The district controller he further submits that the district controller, under his own whims, has asked for those documents in a piecemeal manner. In a piecemeal manner. Full stop. Having heard the learned counsel for the parties, also considering the matters involved in this writ petition, it appears that initially the prayer of the petitioner was turned down by the district controller. Thus, this court has disposed of the writ petition of the earlier writ petition within bracket column WPA 6894 of 2025 bracket close to consider the representation along with two letters dated 17/1/2025 as well as 7/2/2025. The letter dated 17/1/2025 is a letter from the district controller who informed the petitioner to give his consent to submit his consent and to submit sufficient security amount stroke bank guarantee for the purpose of immediate execution of agreement. কমপ্লিট করে নি শেষ করো না পিসমিল করলে অসুবিধা নেই না হয়ে যাবে দরকার করবে কালকে তুমি কি বিকেল হয়ে গেল আবার কি ঠিক আছে পারো কি হলো immediate execution of agreement. Full stop. Next para, the letter dated 7th February 2025 is a letter from the petitioner to the district controller in response to the district controller letter dated 5th February 2025, wherein the district controller has asked for LLP firm, ask for the certificate, certificate from register of firms and the conversion certificate from the petitioner. Full stop. The two letters, that is namely letter dated 17th January 2025 and 7th February 2025 are contrast to each other in one of which the district controller intends to execute agreement with the petitioner's firm, but in letter dated 7th February 2025, the district controller asked for some documents. In that situation, this court has directed the district controller to consider the representation in terms of two letters. Now, from the impugned reason order, it appears that district controller, after hearing the petitioner, has found that the petitioner could not be recommended for engagement as empanel rice mill on the grounds mentioned as ground number 1, 2, and 3. Ground number full stop. Specifically, ground number 1 is want of conversion certificate from the petitioner. Ground 2 is want of factory pond in the mill premises, and also the permission from the concerned competent authority for establishing a water treatment plant within the rice mill premises. And ground number 3 is permission from is requirement of permission from State Water Investigation Directorate to extract water, extract groundwater, which can be used as a raw materials in the said industry. Full stop. Industry. It appears that the district controller initially opted to issue to empanel the present petitioner under the government of West Bengal for procurement of rice. But afterwards, the district controller sought for some documents for smooth running of the rice mill. It is true that all the documents may have required to run a rice mill, but such documents were never mentioned as a eligible criteria for empanelment of a rice mill in paddy procurement operation for a particular Kharif monsoon season, KMS. Full stop. It appears that it appears from the grounds for denial that the first ground, that is which is requirement of conversion certificate from the competent department, it appears that the petitioner has already applied for the said conversion certificate. The government department has not issued the said certificate. For that reason, the petitioner could not produce such certificate. The delay caused by a government department shall not be cause for the petitioner to deny his license. Moreover, the other required documents and permission from competent authority, as mentioned by the district controller, is not actually requirement or eligible criteria for the empanelment of a rice mill. Thus, in my view, the district controller has exceeded his jurisdiction in dispose of the in complying with the order of this court passed in WPA 6894 of 2025. At this juncture, I think it necessary the matter should be dealt with by the upper authority. Full stop. The petitioner has already filed a representation with the Principal Secretary, Food and Supply Department, Government of West Bengal, with its advocate letter dated 7th of May 2025. The matter shall be finally decided by the higher authority. The matter is required to be decided by the higher authority. At this juncture, the instant writ petition is disposed of with a direction that the Principal Secretary, Food and Supplies Department, Government of West Bengal, being respondent number 2, respondent number 2 of the instant writ petition, shall dispose of the representation of the petitioner dated 7th May 2025 within bracket annexure P18 of the writ petitioner of the writ petition within 6 weeks.
My lord, KBS will expire, my lord. That's why your lordship kindly grant.
You understand the secretary has many
Oh, my lord, I can assure lordship, my lord, because secretary is well within the knowledge of this entire situation.
Secretary may have the knowledge,
My lord, but
whether it is
my
possible
lord,
for the
6
secretary.
weeks will be enough, then KMS will go, my lord. 24, 25, I will have to lose. Your lordship kindly direct them 2 weeks at least.
My lord, this is not possible.
2 weeks, you know, 2 weeks not
Secretary to consider this
it would
matter
be very
Well,
hard.
6 weeks, then KMS will go, my lord. I won't be able to get, and then again I will have to make application. In the September next week, KMS will come out.
September.
Yes.
So okay, 4 weeks. Very well. 4 weeks. কি বললাম? Shall dispose of the representation within 4 weeks.
Fine.
না না bracket close.
Upon opportunity.
Bracket close. Within 4 weeks from the date of communication of this order, after giving a reasonable opportunity of being heard to the petition. Full stop. I make it clear that this court has not entered into the merit of this matter. The principal secretary is
My lord has considered certain thing, my lord. If the lordship says that is not going into the merits, then my lord, it will go otherwise. Lord, kindly say that representation be considered in accordance with law. I am not asking anything.
Okay, very well. কি বললাম বলো? I make it clear that as the recent Kharif monsoon season is going to expire, the principal secretary shall hear the petitioner as early as possible and shall dispose of the representation according to the law. Full stop. Since no affidavit has been exchanged between the parties,
that is
the allegation made in the writ petition shall be deemed to have been not in.
Kindly add one or two words. Without being influenced by any of the observations.
No, that can
Otherwise, your lordship has said certain
certain
things. The
observation.
principal secretary, my lord, he
That's why,
cannot
my lord-
apply his independent mind. Subject to your lordship's approval, then what is the point in directing the principal secretary to consider the representation? Since your lordship has made certain observation, your lordship virtually set aside the order of the district controller.
Yes, that is-
What, my lord, I have understood.
Yes.
Your lordship has said that this classification of
these-
land that is not required by the due to the delay
Yes.
of the government department, and the other two documents may not be required. So, my lord,
No, I have not said may not be required. Whether it would be required or not, that would be decided by the
principal secretary. Then
That is
lordship
the
kindly
issue.
then lordship kindly make it clear the other documents as indicated by the district controller
No.
is to be decided by the principal.
I have also observed
No.
that these are not the requirements of the principal of the eligible criteria like that.
Fine.
Okay, principal secretary is the option to do
Fine.
everything. Okay,
Deeply obliged.
disposed of.
My lord, these instructions may be kept on record, subject to your lordship, or not required. Fine.
এটা দিয়ে দিন। Affidavit of service filed on behalf of the petitioner is taken on record.
Fine.
Next,
I'm for the state matter. This matter, my lord, and for the petitioner matter. The affidavit of service. This is a very peculiar matter, my lord. My lord, the petitioner is a Emmer dealer, my lord. My lord, petitioner's Emmer dealership license as well as the kerosene dealership license has been kept suspended, my lord, since my lord 28th March 2024, my lord, without any specific allegation, without issuing any show cause notice, without opportunity of hearing, and now, my lord, the petitioner has been told, my lord, that his license is going to be terminated, my lord. So, my lord, this writ petition has been filed, my lord. Kindly come to, my lord.
where is the order?
My lord, kindly come to page 21, my lord. these suspension orders, my lord. This is with regard to Emma dealership.
My lord, response to the public complaint against Uttam Kumar Majumdar.
My lord, may I hand over the two orders, my lord. This order has already been passed by the authority, retagging the petitioner's rationing under FPL dealership, and he has been reinstated. So,
Already reinstated.
my lord, kindly allow, kindly allow us to file a kindly allow us to file a report in the form of affidavit and
Next week.
Yes, ma'am. Your lordship may kindly have a look at this.
Let the authority be directed to immediately restore the licenses, my lord.
Kindly have a look, my lord.
They have already reinstated your license.
But my lord, they have not started. They have not given effect, my lord.
Very good. Very good.
My lord, your lordship kindly
Let's file a report. Let them file a report. It would be better, not on that.
Report in the form of
It will be delayed, my lord. Let the authority, the SCFS, be directed to immediately give the allotment.
My lord, kindly have a
Give
look
effect
to
to
the
the orders, my lord.
kindly have a look to the report, order.
Is hereby reinstated.
Yes, my lord.
Already reinstated. But my lord, they have
19th of June. Order is 19th
my
of
lord,
June.
they have not given effect, my lord. Till date, my lord, they have not given effect. They are
Yes.
kindly.
What is your submission?
Well, that I don't know, my lord. What is the actual position? I am giving this handed over by this order.
Okay. When they have already reinstated, let them proceed.
Kindly give a direction, my lord, to the subdivision controller, my lord, to give effect to the.
Kindly
Yes,
allow us
okay,
to bring
okay.
my lord. Kindly allow us to bring this order in the record of the court, my lord, by way of filing an affidavit in.
You are submitting the document. What is it necessary? I am disposing of the writ petition today. What is the requirement? File a affidavit like that. You are representing the authority. You have placed the document. Let the document be taken on record. Let the document be taken on record. Okay.
Well, ma'am.
Petitioner was running a license of MR dealership as well as SK oil dealership under the concerns under the subdivision controller, food and supplies, Rampurhat, Birbhum. He is aggrieved with the order of suspension of subdivisional controller, order of suspension of the licenses issued by the subdivisional controller on 28th of March 2024 by issuing two separate memos. Full stop. It is the contents of the petitioner that the concerned subdivisional controller has acted arbitrarily for suspension of his licenses. Learned counsel appearing on behalf of the state authority fairly submits that the license of the petitioner has already been reinstated by two separate orders of the competent orders of the sub-divisional controller concerned dated June 19, 2025. He placed the copy of those orders. Let the order passed by the sub-divisional controller regarding reinstatement of the licenses of the petitioner be taken on record. As the licenses has already been reinstated, there remains nothing to decide in the writ petition. Accordingly, the instant writ petition is disposed of, directing the concerned authority to act upon the order of reinstatement and allowed the petitioner to distribute the MR commodities within a week from the date of communication of this order. Which, since no affidavit has been exchanged between the parties, the allegation made in the writ petition shall be deemed to have been non-admitted. Affidavit of service file taken. Next, 2 copies are there. একটা copy দিয়ে দিন।
My lord, I am handing over one copy.
The 13, my lord, I appear on behalf of the state, my lord. I am praying for extension of time to file my report, my lord. The last impression, actually, my lord, I was under the wrong impression that I am to serve a copy of the result of the hearing which was taken place on 28th of May. But thereafter, my lord, I have seen the order wherein your lordship was pleased to direct me to file a report, my lord.
Yes.
Kindly grant me 7 days time. In the meantime, I will file a comprehensive report, my lord, including all this hearing and reason order.
Kindly have a look at my lord's order date 17th of June. So, my lord, they have given us, my lord, outcome of the hearing, but not in the form of a report, my lord, what we are complaining about.
Yes, that's why but I was under the wrong impression. I have given the copy of the report, hearing.
Yes, that I acknowledge.
Right?
That I
But
acknowledge.
in the form of report, but I just overlooked.
Have you served the copy?
I have served the copy of the
Not the report, but, my lord, the result of the hearing.
Result of the hearing.
Yes.
But there are documents. So therefore, my lord, kindly grant me a file report comprehensive.
Next
report.
week, Wednesday.
Next week, my lord, next
Wednesday.
কবের মধ্যে পারবি একটা পাক্কা ডেট তাহলে
7 days. Wednesday is the 7 day.
kindly let me on Monday week. In the meantime, I will file a report and serve all the parties.
Monday could be 14th.
Monday, my lord. Yes, my lord. 14th would be.
Come on, 14th. Okay. Learned counsel appearing on behalf of the petitioner, on behalf of the state respondent, submits that the report as sought for has not yet ready. So he seeks some accommodation. Let the submission of sought report, let the time for submission of sought report by the state authority is further time for submission of sought report by the state authority be further extended till 14th day of July 2025. Let the matter appear in the list on the same day under the same heading.
much obliged, my lord. Much.
And after that,
the appearance, the
15.
My lord, item number 15, my lord, Mr. Orkoditya Sengupta is appearing virtually.
I appear through online, but I have some difficulty in my net connection, my lord. If your lordship kindly accommodate for this day, I can come back on Monday, but my net connection is not stable, my lord. I have some difficulty facing, my lord.
For the petitioner.
Well, I'm for the private.
I'm for the petitioner, my lord.
Mention matters, it can be taken up tomorrow because they are challenging the issuance
Yeah,
of.
but we can come back on tomorrow, my lord. I have no
It's
difficulty.
already been issued.
I can come back tomorrow, man.
Can be taken up tomorrow. Very short.
I'm having some difficulty, man. Like
Tomorrow I have group 1 matters. You know that is the matters.
It's a mention matter, my lord, so your lordship can take up.
Item number 15.
The petitioner's name. Name of the petitioner.
Krishna Pada Jana, we are appearing, my lord.
Krishna Pada Jana.
That's item number 14.
Krishna Pada Jana is item number 15.
Sorry, my lord. The list said 14, my lord. We are very sorry, my lord.
Let by Mr. Agarwal.
No, there are some dispute. I understand.
That
No issue.
this list and the
Okay, it is required for your part to accommodate the court. There are some difficulties.
Lordship, lordship.
Pada Jana. 15.
Krishna Pada Jana. So you
Praying for not to do.
Tomorrow, my lord, we can come back.
tomorrow group 1 matters.
Tomorrow,
Group 1 matters.
tomorrow is group 1 matter.
Yes.
Try to bolche.
Come on Monday then.
And maintain his position, my lord. Only one pair, my lord.
Yes, it will be appear. Let the matter appear in the list on
14.
7th
7th.
day of July 2025 under in the same position.
I am grateful, my lord. I tender my apology, my lord, for the unstable connection, my lord.
Okay, okay. Next,
नामটা দেখে Yeah, for the state. 16 I pay for the petitioner, my lord. I have challenged, my lord. The approval license has not yet been issued, my lord. I have challenged the approval in, my lord, which has been given, granted in favor of respondent number 6. But I'll be praying, my lord, for filing of a supplementary affidavit in this, my lord. Because one of the grounds of challenge, my lord, is that the marking, that the score that has been given is in terms of a notification which is not, my lord, applicable in this case. Same your lordship would remember, lord, in the other case, my lord, Abdul Salam lordship had passed an order. So, but for that, my lord, lordship will kindly comes to, my lord, page 33. It would be clear. This is the screenshot, my lord, of the marking, but it does not contain the entirety of the screenshot, my lord, which is this. So this has to be, my lord, because disclosed, my lord, which I just noticed, my lord. So
page 33.
Yes, 33 is incomplete, actually incomplete, my lord. 33 should be 3 pages, my lord. It's just 1 page. This is the screenshot of the marks obtained. Page 33 is the screenshot of the marks obtained. It should actually be, my lord, there are 3 pages, my lord.
You have annexed only 1 page.
That's
okay. Come on Monday then.
Yes.
Is it possible Monday?
Clerkship keeps it on Wednesday, my lord, because I'll be serving the supplementary affidavit to the private respondent. I don't see them appearing.
And the private were found equally. Thereafter, they were seeking a committee. Then the private was found marginally eligible than the petition. That's why so therefore all the documents to take lordship that the opportunity could actually file a complaint
By Wednesday.
I made a
Malda.
character 1 week in the action file.
14. Very well. Please take down. Having heard the learned counsel for the parties, petitioner is at leave to file supplementary affidavit in support of his writ petition. Within a week, the respondent authority is also at leave to file affidavit in opposition in detail against the writ petition within 2 weeks. Reply, if any.
But lordship, that will not endure to my benefit because the problem is that the license has not yet been issued in this case. Not yet issued, my lord. But I have a waterproof case, my lord, because I will show, my lord, that the marking system itself is bad, my lord, and I am covered by your lordship's own judgment. And I'll show on the face of it, my lord, that the marking system itself is bad, my lord, given on the
He
basis
has
of
admitted that you have marginally just lost,
No, no, no.
marginally defeated the matter.
I am far better. I cannot be
Very well.
marginally.
If you
I
have
am
that merit, then you can have
No,
it.
no. The issue is, my lord, that in the meantime, the license may be issued. Lordship was keeping it on Monday. I did not object to it, Lordship, because I asked for Wednesday. Mr. Doctor said that he might be, my lord, not be
14th,
ready.
14th. I'm
14th.
fixing on 14th. 14th is the Monday.
1 week doesn't make any difference. I rejected
Monday week. Okay. কি বললাম বল?
আমি এটা তোমায় দিয়ে দেবো। এটা তোমায় কালকে শুরুতেই দিয়ে দেবো।
instruction
এটা তুমি একটা কাজ করে এটা রাখো না এটা।
না, within 14th of July. Full stop. এই করে দিন। আর কিছু করতে হবে না। আর রিপ্লাই করে দিন। Let the matter appear in the list on July 14th, 2020.
Lordship keeps it on 15th, my lord.
15. Okay. 15. 14.
I shall try to deal with these also. I shall try.
Your Lordship, I am appearing on behalf of the petitioner led by Mr. Sarai. Your Lordship was pleased to fixed after returning from the circuit bench. So, if Your Lordship kindly take it up on next week. Next Monday.
From circuit bench.
You are correct. Yes. Let the matter appear in the only not this week. Only not this week. No order. Next.
Many matter has been fixed, giving the date that when Mallory will come back.
Yes. That is the difficulty. Everything has changed now. Yes. So what is the issue? What is the matter?
Issue is, my lord, issue is very simple. Whether a second so-cause notice can be issued, answer is yes. Second so-cause notice can be issued, but the suspension cannot continue because of the terminal period. What happened, my lord? First so-cause notice kindly come to page 30. Can you see the date? 23rd April 2025. The last paragraph, I will find the suspension.
23rd April.
Yes. 23rd April. Kindly come to the last paragraph. Allegation, my lord, need not be going to. Your lordship will not supposed to decide this allegation here. Last paragraph is suspension.
Yes.
My lord, your lordship is aware that proceeding has to be completed within a period of 30 days. 60 days.
60 days.
Now, my lord, this we have replied. Hearing commenced. Page 44, I have given a notice that hearing commenced. And page 51, a further so-called modified charge sheet. Your lordship will be finding the allegation are, my lord, identical. Page 51, kindly come. Hey. A, my lord.
Modified so-called come suspension later.
Yes. In modification, my lord did not find any new thing.
Why modified?
I don't know. The reason is, my lord, they cannot complete the proceedings. There is no order passed after hearing me. So, to fill up that lacuna, and last part kindly come to 51C. Hence, here it is also mentioned that your dealership will remain suspended as per the order number such and such. So-cause notice issued, I replied, proceeding commenced, hearing was concluded, no order passed.
Thereafter, my lord, these modifiers of so cause continuing with the earlier order of suspension. So that can be done.
Have you served?
Yes.
Now, what is your prayer? What you want? Now?
Now I want my suspension should go.
Your prayer is to quash the June 17 and April 23. Both the notice.
Both the notice. Both because, my lord, first notice replied and hearing commenced. According to them, I have concluded my argument. So order is required to be passed. They could not pass any order. Probably, presumably, my lord, they are satisfied with my reply. So only to drag the suspension order, a so-called second so-called notice was modified so-called notice issued. And once can we come to page 38? May 2020 reply to so-called notice, my lord. The government is saying, as per the rules and guidelines, third paragraph, the process of inspecting and the disciplinary dismissal has to be completed within 4th June 2025. That is within 2 months of the date of first inspection. This is their contention. Could not complete it. No order has been passed. $50. Kindly take trouble to see the clause 50. It requires a harmonious construction, my lord, by your lordship. The inspecting authority or the team shall submit the report to the licensing authority within 21 days of the date of inspection or visit. However, the report may be submitted within 30 days of the date of inspection or visit in special circumstances arising for such delay shall be recorded in the report. All the proceedings initiated under this chapter shall be disposed of by the licensing authority within 60 days of the date of inspection or visit. That has been done. 60 days is 4th June. 24 order terminal period. My lord, that's why this requires an interpretation of 90 days. So here, my lord, if your lordships construct this, previously there was a specific provision that it cannot continue. Now here is not there. Expressly, that your lordship's court decision says that you cannot continue more than this period. Because if you will construct this rule in its proper perspective, this time given for a specific purpose. To overreach that purpose, a so-called second so-called notice or the modified so-called notice was issued, mentioning therein the earlier so-called notice suspension order will continue.
Yes.
But that, in my humble submission, cannot be done. রিলাই করেছে
রিলাই করেই দেবো এই তো
একই ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ my lord a judgment my lord you lordship can copy that na
Yes,
I think the Basu will continue.
yes.
We can
Your matter?
18. Well, let us come next day, Mr. Basu will continue.
Okay.
বন্দুকটা আমার ঘাড়েই কেন রাখতে হবে? নিজে বলো না যে আমি টাইম চাইছি।
টাইম চাই বলে
দে অর্ডার জাজমেন্টে কপি দে। কাইন্ডলি কাম টু প্যারাগ্রাফ 13। শোন না, এত ভালো আর্গুমেন্ট করছি, শুনে যান, যাবি কোথায়? বস, my lord, kindly come to paragraph 13 straight away. We may, however, observe that an order of suspension cannot continue indefinitely. In terms of the decision, if proceedings are not conducted within 60 days, the suspension would lapse.
What are you reading?
My lord, the judgment I have handed over to my lord. This is, my lord, division by 3. Kindly come to paragraph 13.
Yes.
Paragraph 13, can you read? Language is more or less same. By interpreting this clause of the control order, a division bench, my lord, held that you cannot continue after 60 days.
Where is the state authority? No one is there. Oh. What can be done today?
That is totally my lord's discussion. I cannot say anything.
Okay, please take down. Affidavit of service on behalf of the petitioner is taken on record. Inspired service none appears on behalf of the state authority. Next paragraph. Petitioner is a partnership firm carrying on business of MR dealer through the license issued by the subdivisional controller, food and supply, Alipur, within brackets Sodor. Full stop. During the said business, the petitioner was served with a notice, with a so-called notice dated 23rd April 2025. By such so-called notice, several discrepancies were found during inspection by the competent authority, and the license of the petitioner was put under suspension with immediate effect till further order. The petitioner replied to the so-called notice, and in terms of the reply, one hearing was conducted at the office of the concerned authority on 10th of June 2025. Full stop. It is the contention of the petitioner that after hearing, the concerned authority has not issued any order, but they again issued a modified show cause cum suspension letter on 17th of June 2025 within bracket কিছু add করতে হবে, wherein it has been mentioned that FPS dealership of the petitioner will remain on suspension as per order dated 23rd April 2025. That is the earlier suspension order. Earlier show cause cum suspension order. It is the first of all, Mr. Basu, senior counsel, appearing on behalf of the petitioner, submits that the authority cannot issue modified show cause cum suspension letter. The law doesn't permit the law doesn't permit the respondent authority to issue modified show cause cum suspension letter. He relied upon the provisions of the West Bengal targeted public distribution system within bracket maintenance and control order 2024. He relied provisions of section 50. Section 50. Section 50. Control bracket close order 2024, and submits that the proceeding initiated by the concerned authority has to be disposed of within 60 days from the date of inspection or visit. He submits that as the authority could not conclude the proceeding by issuance of an order, they arbitrarily issued the modified show cause cum suspension letter. In support of his contention, he cited a decision of Honorable Division Bench of the Court passed in Virendra Chandra Das and another versus State of West Bengal, reported in 2018 SCC online, Cal 7783. Having heard the learned counsel for the petitioner, to appreciate the petitioner, to appreciate the submission of the learned counsel for the petitioner, let me set out the provision of section 50 of the control order 2024. Section 50 Next paragraph. Honorable Division Bench of this court in Virendra Chandra Das Supra at paragraph 13 has observed paragraph 13 has observed bole set out paragraph 13. Okay. Full stop. After perusing the provisions of law as enumerated under section 50 of the said control order 2024, also considering the observation of Honorable Division Bench of this court, it appears to me that the license of the petitioner was put under suspension through a memo dated 23rd of April 2025. The concerned authority, though have conducted the personal hearing of the petitioner, but could not pass an order. Subsequently, they issued the improved modified so-called cum suspension letter dated 17/6/2025, wherein they have directed that the dealership of the petitioner will remain suspended vide order dated 23rd April 2025. Full stop. In my view, the action of the concerned authority appears to me mala fide and illegal in the eye of law. The authority concerned cannot issue modified so-called cum suspension letter against the same against a dealer whose license has already been suspended or void earlier suspension order. Full stop. Earlier suspension order. Full stop. The authority concerned cannot enhance the time frame disposal of the proceeding as enumerated under section 50 of the said control order 2024. Full stop. Considering the same, the petitioner has merit in the instant writ petition. Hence, the impugn order of suspension issued against the present petitioner dated 23rd April 2025, further modified void order dated void so-called cum suspension letter dated 17/6/2025 be put under stalled. No, is hereby stayed for a period of 8 weeks from date. Full stop. The petitioner is directed to serve again upon the respondent authority. On such, the respondent authority and respondent authority, on such, the respondent authority is at liberty to file affidavit in opposition against the writ petition within 3 weeks from date. Reply, if any, by the petitioner within 2 weeks thereafter. Let the matter go out of the list, parties are liberty to mention.
One thing he promised to my lord, the consequence of suspension stay is it should resume supply.
Yes.
Okay. Normally, I have to come for a contempt. If you logically add here that consequence of the stay of this will resume supply.
Okay. The authority concerned, in consequence to the order of stay passed by this court, shall resume supply.
As was there prior to the order of suspension.
Passed by this court, shall resume the supply of MR commodities to the FPS of the petitioner with immediate effect.
It would. এখন কিছু হবে না without jurisdiction.
Whether the lordship will be taking contempt petition tomorrow?
Yes.
Tomorrow contempt petition.
Group 1 matter. Tomorrow is a group 1 matter.
Contempt.
Not contempt. All group 1 matter will appear. Thursday, Friday, group 1 matter. Monday it would appear like that.
হ্যাঁ যাবে না
Already চলে যাচ্ছে।